Hey there folks, CrossFlux here, and welcome to the preliminary round of the playoff season of the Sparkman Yugitube Dueling Tourney. It's been quite a long journey, and as you've seen from my previous videos, my win record has not been so hot, but I did manage to scrape by into the preliminaries of the playoffs, so there is a chance that I could make it all the way to the top, seeing as how the playoffs work on an elimination basis. So if I lose a duel, I'm out and that is it. But these matches are best 3 out of 5, not 2 out of 3. So that does help out a little bit as far as weeding out some bricky hands, which I am all for because you guys know my luck. But my opponent is once again EHondaPlug. So I am expecting him to bring his Despia, but to make things fair, I figured since I've already fought him in the tournament, what better way to do this match between various performance styles than to have an encore performance. That's right, I'm running back the Marincess. I've made just a couple tweaks to the deck. Mostly I cut out some of the Cyburst package in exchange for the Sea Nettles. I figure they're slightly more reliable as far as an extender goes. Being level 4 helps me make Bahamut Shark a little bit more reliably, which of course gets me to Totally Awesome, which is an Omni Negate. That is very crucial. Also, I've doubled down on the going first strategy portion of the deck, so that's why I fit in the Torrential Tribute and Fury package. I figure it gives me a little sticking power by being able to protect my water monsters, as well as nuking the field whenever my opponent tries to do anything. Basically, the only real weakness I've seen with this deck through the various test hands I've done over the last week is if they have an out to my Battle Ocean, which, depending on the matchup, is likely, but hopefully we won't run into it. But enough talk, let's go ahead and meet up with EHonda and go ahead and get our duel underway. Alright, first order of business, RPS. Will we win? Thank God we did. Alright, so I have the luxury of going first. Now, hopefully my hand is usable. As you can see, not so much. Okay, well, I need to get to one of my Marincess starters, so I'm gonna have to hope he doesn't ash me, and I'm going to sign up mining here. I'm actually going to pitch my Ocean. It seems a little risky, but I really don't want to lose out on any of my other cards, and I have ways of getting the Ocean back. Alright, definitely going to try and grab the Blue Tang, as she is the best starter for the deck. Alright, he did not seem to have a response, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the normal summon, and trigger the effect. Alright, now he might have something like an Imperm. Yep, there it is. Okay, that's fine, that's not the end of the world. As you know, Blue Tang has an additional effect once she's been used as link material, so I can at least go into Blue Slug and trigger both of these. Gonna go for the Slug first and Blue Tang second. That way, if he still hasn't used an Ash, but he has one, it's not gonna work. Come on. Okay, well, at least I got something off of the Blue Tang. Got a Marincess Wave. Nice. Alright, and Slug will bring Tang back. Now, I can extend a little bit further. I can go into Nettle, seeing as how I control a water monster. And now I can turn both of these into Coral Anemone. Boop, boop, bam. Alright. Now, Anemone is going to have to revive the Blue Slug. Yeah, you know what? It almost would have been better if I had left the Blue Tang in the grave, because then I could revive it with the Anemone and search for another field spell. But it's fine, I'm just going to have to end on a Marbled Rock or something like that. Alright, locked into water monsters, is there anything I can do other than the Marbled Rock? I don't think so. And then I'm just going to have to hope that Ash and Wave by themselves will be enough to see me through. So that's just what I'm going to have to do here. Summon Marbled Rock, use Anemone to return the Blue Slug back to the extra deck, and I'll use Marbled Rock to return my Ocean back to my hand. The Ocean gives me 200 extra attack. I'm not sure if that's really going to matter. If he is on Despia like he has been in the past of the tournament, then his fusion monsters tend to have 2500 attack, so I might want to go ahead and activate it anyways, just to give a slight little boost here. And I will set my trap, And I think I'm going to have to throw it over there, because the only other thing I can do is nettle, and I really don't need to do that. Alright. A little stressful, not the best start, but hopefully we can make it work. Alright, looks like he's taken a little bit to think, which is perfectly fine. I know my turn took a little while. I haven't done any live commentary for the tournament yet so far, just because I've been wanting to try and do my best. Ooh, he starts off with the Alobear. Searching that branded card's really going to be bad for me. So I don't want to use my Marincess Wave Negate. I can just go ahead and use the Ash here, I think. I think that would be better. Alright, so I stop his search for branded, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't already have an ability to fusion from his hand. So maybe I should have saved the Ash Blossom. Ooh, he's got the triple tack. So he is going to go into 2 more cards, which could see him going into, like, Branded Fusion or something like that. Yeah, maybe I should have saved the Ash Blossom for a possible Branded Fusion and did the wave on the Alobear. Alright, what does Branded Opening do again? Locks him into fusions, but it kind of gets him started with another Despia. Well, I can't really negate it, so I'm going to have to let it go through. It's going to get rid of a dead triple tack. Okay, that's fine. I don't have to worry about that on my subsequent turn. But what is he going to bring out? Comedy? Tragedy? Maybe even a dramaturge or something like that? Gives attack points. If it's used as material, you can revive 1. So he's going to get a material back, but obviously that's nothing I can really do, because Marincess Wave negates stuff on the field. There's the fusion. I should have expected it. Alright, well, it is what it is. I have no response to it. Now, if he summons out the Lubellion or something like that, he can discard for cost, and then I can negate it with the wave. So that might shut down the rest of his turn. What did he pitch? He pitched a light. Oh, he's going to go into Albion. Okay, so this one doesn't have a cost for the fusion summon. He's just simply going to fuse. But I'm just going to have to hope that he can't go any further. I'm going to try and negate it. If he has another way to fusion, then he can still go into Mirror Jade, and that's really going to hurt. In which case, saving the wave for the Mirror Jade would have been better, but Super Poly, yuck. Okay, what's that? Is he going to take my monster? Can he even use one? Yeah, he can go Mirror Jade because Marbled Rock is an extra deck monster. That's really unfortunate. Okay, well, he's not going to use my monster. He's going to go for the Masquerade. Alright, this card did me in last time I dueled him because I underestimated its burning capability. So hopefully I do not make the same mistake this time around. I can trigger his ability at least once though, purposefully, so I can get my triple tack off. So assuming there's not really much else he can do this turn, then I should be in the clear. I don't think he has a way of getting over my Marbled Rock this turn. Oh no, the Albion effect still went off. Okay, so yeah, he's got the Mirror Jade as well. Dang. But I thought the wave would have negated the effect. Oh, but because he super polyed off the Albion, the wave was not able to negate his effect. Am I at least immune to effects? It has a then clause, so I'm not sure. And ad libitum brought the Albion back. Yeesh, this is pretty bad. Alright, well, to save myself, I'm going to have to use Marbled Rock here. I'm going to have to pitch the Tang. Reduces my battle damage to 0, which was negligible anyways, but the big thing is that I saved my Marbled Rock. Now, none of his other monsters have a way of beating over her. Now, assuming the wave has kept her protected, I don't have to worry about Mirror Jade banishing her or anything like that. It can still get rid of my field spell, which is definitely a problem. So I am in a pretty tight spot. I am basically out of resources. This deck is normally really good at playing the grind game and having follow-up plays and whatnot, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that off this time. Alright, so yeah, the wave did not make her immune because it was unable to negate in the first place. Alright, well at least I know that going forward. But I don't think I'm dead here. I should still barely be alive. Unless he has some other weird shenanigan in his graveyard that I'm not aware of. Alright, that's it for him. But I'm down to 600. Yikes. That's exactly enough for a perfect kill from Masquerade. Oof, that's all he needed then. Yeah, he's gonna get his fusion card back, that's fine. Alright, well, it doesn't matter what I do. Any effect that I activate is gonna be my downfall. So how do I want to go out? Alright, let's just use the middle. I'll just go for it. Go ahead and cycle these cards back in my deck. And GG. Alright, well, I did lose, which means that I have the option to go first. Now, knowing that I'm going to go first again, I could leave my torrential package in. That would be nice. I do definitely want to see that. But also knowing that he is pretty much running exclusively one extra deck type monster, I might want to throw these dimensional barriers in as well. But what am I going to take out in place of that? I'm not sure if the Ghost Ogre is really going to help that much. He can fuse using materials anywhere, so getting a monster off the field without negating its effect isn't actually doing that much, I don't think. So I'm going to take out my Ghost Ogres, and now I just got to get rid of one other card. I think I'm going to get rid of one of the Furies. With running 3, Torrential itself is a pretty good chance of drawing it, and if I have at least the one Fury, that's pretty good. This kind of also reduces my chances of dead drawing an extra Fury later on in the game. So honestly, those are the only changes I'm going to make, and hopefully we'll come out on top. Alright, here we go. First to go. Let's see if I can't make something else happen. This is a practically unplayable hand. Oh man, gotta love it. Okay, well, I can set 2. I'm setting the Wave as a bluff because I want him to think I've got something better. Gonna keep the Ash in hand, obviously. So maybe if I can Ash an Owlbear Search, and then if he tries to go into a fusion, I can throw up the D barrier. Ooh, the Cyclone, he's going for the blind one, and he hits the right one. Well, all he's gonna do is trigger it anyways. I'm gonna call Fusion. Alright, he's 1,000 life points down, that's fine. Alright, he's gonna search 2 cards, 2 for 1. I don't know if I really want to Ash this. On one hand, it's good for value because he doesn't get a +1, but on the other hand, with him being locked out of Fusion, is there really a problem with him getting these resources? They're at least discard fodder, so this may be a mistake, but I'm gonna go ahead and Ash here. Alright, what else you got? Single face down? If that's an imperm, that's gonna shut off my Wave, which isn't that big of a deal. I don't have a card I can play. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is bad. This is really bad. No Marincess cards in sight. This deck has so many starters. How do I not have the card that I need? Alright, well, I'm going to set 1 because the Nettle, I can't really do anything with it anyways. And if he, like, explodes on me, I could surprisingly die. I'm going to set 1 tactic just as another bluff. And hopefully he doesn't do anything too crazy. Because if I get one more turn and I draw a Marincess, I think I'll be in decent shape. Going for the Foolish Burial. What's he gonna pitch? Probably Comedy? Or is it Tragedy? I get those 2 cards mixed up. There's the one that's like if it's banished or sent to grave, I think it searches you a card. If it's either one of those, then that could be bad. What was that? Ad libitum again? Yeah, it is. Here's the Edgem Chain. Again, he can search out a bunch of stuff, but he's actually not going to be able to hit over my Nettle, which is pretty good. He still gets a search for a card because he declared an attack, which is a free plus for him. I believe he was... No, he was not able to add the Polymerization because I ashed the Fright for Patchwork or whatever it's called. Ooh, baby, there she is. Blue Tang, you could not have come a moment sooner. Well, actually, you could have come a couple moments sooner. But hopefully, this is all that it needs. Alright, is this going to go off? Nope, there's the Imperm, and that's going to shut off my Wave as well. Alright, well, I've already got the Nettle on board as well, so this isn't the end of the world. I can go ahead and go Blue Slug here. And I'm going to activate the Blue Tang effect, but I'm actually going to leave the Tang in the grave. I'm not going to use Slug, because I want to revive her off the Coral Anemone so that I can put her into Sea Angel. Alright, now hopefully I can grab something else. A Pascalis? It's better than nothing, of course. I would have preferred a Wave or Battle Ocean, but that's fine. Pascalis is perfectly acceptable. Alright, now let's go ahead and go into Coral Anemone. It's already used Imperm, so I am free to revive the Blue Tang. Nope, not going to activate anything. And now let us go ahead and go into Sea Angel. Ba-ba-da! Searching the Battle Ocean. Unfortunately, I don't have any other extenders, so there's not much more I can do here. Obviously, I can go into Marbled Rock, which is probably just the best play I've got, unless I go to Shooting Code. Assuming I can hit over his face-down monster, Shooting Code may actually be a pretty good bet here, because I definitely could use some resources. It's a little risky, but, well, no, at the same time, Shooting Code can only attack one of his monsters, because he's not going to be pointing to anything else. Well, one card's better than none, so let's just go for it. This might be a mistake, but we shall see. Coral Anemone will allow me to return that trusty old Blue Tang back to hand, so I have a good follow-up play, assuming I survive next turn. Alright, let's go to battle phase. Hit over this stupid imp, because I have no idea what the face down is. Alright, second verse, same as the first. After that slight little mishap, let's see if we can't go ahead and claim game 2 for realsies this time. Unfortunately, I'm really not working with much at all. This is unfortunate. I can at least normal summon Mandarin and go into Blue Slug so that my Marincess wave is live. And then I'll just set a couple traps as additional support here. Alright, well, there's no point using Blue Slug because Mandarin is just as useful in the grave as she is in hand. So I'm actually just going to straight up turn her into Sea Angel so I can at least thin my deck out of a Battle Ocean. Because the last thing I need to do next turn is top deck a Battle Ocean when I could draw an actual Marincess card. Other than that, I'm going to set 3 cards and hope he doesn't have a Feather Duster, because that would be really unfortunate. Yikes, and I know he has a ton of searching capability. Yeah, he's going to open the Branded Fusion. Yuck. Alright, well, I have Torrential, assuming he starts going too crazy with the monsters. I've got Imperm to shut down a Mirror Jade quick effect. I've also got Marincess Wave for a similar thing. So I've got 2 monster negates and a board wipe. And then, hopefully, I can top deck a good Marincess monster like Blue Tang. Alright, so he had to go to Lubellion this time instead of Albion. So I've got one thing here. He's going to pitch for cost, which is an Albaz. Putting that Albaz in the grave is nasty for Super Poly, because if he changed the Super Poly here... Alright, hold up. What's the Tragedy? Tragedy is the one that searches him, I believe. Yeah, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Despia from deck to hand. That's probably going to be his Alubear, because he has not normal summoned yet. So I'm going to need to keep 1 negate for Alubear, and I should hopefully be able to negate this Lubellion here. So I am going to Imperm that real quick. Hopefully shutting down the fusion. He might chain a Super Poly here in order to get it off anyways, but we shall see. Alright, looks like it went through. So he's not going to be able to fusion summon. He is going to search for his Alubear. I'm sure it's Alubear. I mean, he might pick up something else, but yeah, there it is, Alubear. Now, upon the summon, I'm going to have to Marincess Wave him to shut down that further explosion. Alright, here we go. Marincess Wave. Ba-ba-dum. Negated. No, I don't need to chain Torrential Tribute on top of that. But thanks for asking anyways, Edo Pro. You've always got my back. Alright, obviously he's going to clear my Angel here, which is a bit unfortunate because I'm not going to be left with anything on the following turn. It's really going to come down to the good old heart of the cards. But it looks like I was able to shut him down fairly well. Obviously he's definitely got me on resources. I'm sure one of those is a set Imperm or something along those lines. Alright, well, what are the odds that he plays around double Torrential, huh? He could still Feather Duster me, so that's a problem. I know he's running Cyclone, but I'm just gonna have to hope he can't kill me. He's gonna swap to attack, he's not gonna summon anything, is he? Oh, come on, summon something, please. You know you want to. Greed is good. Greed is very good. Summon something, try to go for game. Just going straight to the battle phase. That's rough. That's really rough. I mean, it's smart. It's very smart, but it is rough. Alright, well, not dead. That is one good thing here. I am not dead. I have one more chance to pull this around. Come on, Heart of the Cards. And my third copy of Tribute. Gotta love Edo Pro's shuffling AI. It is stupendous. Stupendously bad. Alright, let's just go ahead and... Do I set the tactics as a bluff as well? No, I'll just set the one extra torrential again and see if he goes into it. He has absolutely no reason to summon a monster here. Yeah, and he's just going straight to battle phase. Oh, man. Ooh, he's gonna love that if he ever sees the replay of this. Alright, so I don't know if my strategy is really working. Honestly, I really feel like I'm making the right decisions as far as which hand traps to run and things like that. It's just a matter of, can I draw them? And the answer is usually no, because I have some of the worst luck I've ever seen in a duelist. Besides my wife, BrokenIdeas, she's way worse at Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I am. You know, when it comes to the drawing aspect, not the strategy aspect. Alright, let's just try it again. There is still hope. If I win these next 3 games, I can still pull through. So, we'll see. I at least want to win once. Can I win once? I will be happy with once. Alright, not an unusable hand. Definitely not the best, but certainly not unusable. So, I'm going to go for Pascalis. I am unable to trigger her effect because I have no other Marincess, but I can at least try and go into the whole blue slug combo. Activate the effect. Is he going to try and hand trap me? It doesn't look like he has a response. That's good. Alright, so I have Pascalis for a follow-up. I can go ahead and drop Sea Nettle. Turn these 2 into Anemone. And revive the blue slug. Once again, I was considering leaving the Pascalis in the grave so that I could revive it with Anemone, so that I could search for the Battle Ocean, but I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Marbled Rock play, because I have Pascalis in hand for protection. Again, return the blue slug to the extra deck just so I have it, and then, you know, just going to good old set 3 and pass. Hopefully this is enough to shut him down. We shall see. Once again, not respecting the Feather Duster. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. Alright, he's got good old Fusion Gate. Yep, there's the Fright Fur package coming down. I have no Ash Blossom, so there is nothing I can do here. But what do the Fright Fur cards do? Honestly, I haven't really looked into them too much. Branded Opening gets him a card straight from deck. It's probably going to be Alubear, because as far as I can gather, the Despia is almost always open with Alubear, as I believe his effect triggers off of any kind of summon. Ooh, he went for Tragedy. He must have Alubear in hand, or maybe not. Imp, I have no idea what that does, but it's not like I'm going to be able to negate it anyways, so I'm just going to have to let it go through. He searches for, probably a Fright Fur card. Great, so he's going to have more resources next turn. And there's the Alubear. Alright, well, I definitely have to say something about this. I have to go no. And now, assuming this negation goes through this time, he doesn't super poly it away, my Marbled Rock will be immune to his card effects for the rest of the turn. So he can't Mirror Jade me or anything like that. He can still attack over her, but I have the Pascalis discard. I can at least maintain my board state. That I can do. But as far as anything else, like trying to make a good play next turn, I don't know if there's really much else I can do. He's dropping the Masquerade because he loves that card, and there's the Fusion. Okay, well, there's not much I can do about it. And that Masquerade's going to start burning me, because there's only so much I can do in the Marincess deck with just a couple card effects. Like, they are a big chain combo deck, as you've seen. So if I'm trying to build up to a big board that's actually going to do something, I'm going to have to take a lot of burn damage first. Alright, what's he going for? Please be the Lubellion, because that way if he tries to activate the effect, I at least get a discard out of him before I negate. Albion's just rough. Okay, good, Lubellion. He summoned in attack mode too, so that tells me that he definitely wants to try and make something happen here. I will go ahead and imperm him. Ah, wow, Masquerade even burns me on his turn too? Yikes, that is really rough. Alright, but no fusion out of him. He might try to crash the monsters. If he does that, I can protect her once with the Pascalis discard. and that would mean he'd have to risk both of his monsters just to clear my one Marbled Rock. I don't know if he would be willing to do that. Oh, he hasn't used the fusion yet, has he? Yeah. Alright, so he's going to fuse into Queritus? What does it do? Quick effect, change all monsters to 0. Oof, okay. So that is going to drop her to 0. Ooh, I'm going to lose the monster anyways. Like, I can protect her from battle once with Pascalis, but now he has 2 monsters, so I'm going to have to Torrential here, because, again, I'm going to lose Marbled Rock either way. Now, if I can top deck a Marincess monster like Blue Tang, oh man, I will be off to the races, because he's only got 1 card left in hand. Wait, what? How did he negate my Torrential Tribute? It just didn't seem to work. Hold on, folks. I totally accept the game loss, but how did Tribute not work? You can banish this card. Oh. Alright, well, he definitely earned that one then. Dang, I didn't know the branded opening did that as well. That is a very good opener, hence the name. Alright, well, you saw it here, folks. I just didn't have what it takes to win. Branded, man. Branded is strong. Marincess, I cannot wait for their new support. I'm definitely going to keep using these girls, but it is going to be an uphill battle. Whew. Alright, well, you saw it here, folks. Thanks so much for watching, but that is the end of my Sparkman Yugitube Dueling Tourney journey. Whew, that is a rhyme, so you know it must be true. Well, Sparkman has said that this is going to be an annual thing, so you guys can expect to see me again next year participating in the same thing. Hopefully next year I'll be a bit wiser, a bit stronger, a bit, just better. Hopefully a bit smarter for sure, because I definitely need more dialogue than that. But alright, so that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and we will see you in the next one. Also, congrats, by the way, EHondaPlug. You definitely deserve that win, and I will be rooting for you going forward into the tournament.